Snake Island is written, directed, produced by and starring a gentleman by the name of Wayne Crawford, a man with the astounding ability to do none of those things competently, which is amazing when you consider that this is not some deep think piece on the human condition, it's Snake Island, which is a movie that does exactly what it says on the tin. Takes a bunch of stock red shirts, strand them on an island with roughly a zillion snakes, then sit back and allow nature to take its course. But as I was watching it, I was just full of questions about, well, what is this movie? What genre is it? Is it a horror? Is it a comedy? Is it a mystical film? What exactly is keeping the humans on this island? The boat's out of fuel, but you're going downriver, so just float? Also, was there someone on staff whose job it was to throw snakes at the actors? Can I have that job? It sounds amazing, and I've got some free time at the moment. Oh, yeah, the snakes. Well, the good news is that they didn't use terrible CGI. The bad news is they were substituted for the terrifying rubberous snakus being manipulated by a sometimes visible glove or an actual snake being held down by a crew member's glove. But mostly there's just actors reacting to stock footage, or the snakes have clearly been added in afterwards by taking images of real snakes and digitally placing them in the scene, creating a something ain't quite right here effect akin to one of those do-it-yourself amusement park video booths. The weirdest moment in this film, which gave me a small existential crisis, happened at about the halfway point. Up until then, everything had been proceeding normally. There was some guff about this island being cursed with snakes who apparently have the ability to cover up crime scenes. The third act bloodbath was on the horizon. The film up until that point had been full of fake-outs and snake vision, and I didn't see it changing anytime soon. We're in the middle of this tedious dialogue scene, so I looked away for maybe 30 seconds to check my notes / refill my wine glass. I've seen enough terrible sci-fi films to know to come prepared, and I swear, within that 30 seconds, one of the characters, who had had maybe 10 lines up until that point, had put some music on and just randomly started stripping in front of everyone else. A probably rubber snake, thanks to the miracle of editing, was dancing on the CD player, and then another female guest just came up and started stripping and dancing as well. Then the two of them started making out. This had been foreshadowed in any way. I don't think the two had even shared any dialogue. I went back a minute, convinced that someone had spliced in a different film from a genre that I don't normally review. Nope. Terrible dialogue, woman puts on CD, then boom, stripping, making out, dancing snakes, and everyone just sort of pairs up. Then the third act bloodbath begins, and all the people I didn't care about started dying, which showed that while snakes are scary for a time, there's a reason you don't base films off of armies of snakes, because snakes hiss, and they bite, and that's sort of about it. I mean, early on they established there are some snakes on the island that spit, so I spent the entire film expecting someone to be taken out like Dennis Nedry in Jurassic Park, and it doesn't happen. Then I think there's an homage to Whacking Day from The Simpsons before the humans decide it's bedtime, because it's tiring fighting an army of snakes. I mean, it's not something I've seen in a lot of horror films, but you do you, Snake Island. You do you. Anyway, at this point, snakes sing to the human in the worst example of spoken word song thing that I've seen since Lois Lane in the original 1978 Superman, but it's a dream sequence, and then we just carry on as usual, and I'm now supposed to find the snakes scary again. Because, like I was saying earlier, I had no idea what genre to put this film in, because that mad 15 minutes aside, this is a fairly standard horror film about a group of idiots being picked off one by insert threat here, which in this case is an army of snakes who I think are being led by this one cobra snake, but it's not made clear, because what's scary about a super smart cobra leading an army of snakes that only attack on full moons? Because snakes are like werewolves now? Leaving all that aside, this film was shot on no budget in 2002 and looks like it was shot on no budget in 2002, but that's no excuse for the frankly terrible dialogue, the random fever dream segments, and the sequel bait at the end. Well, good luck with that. Look, go into Snake Island knowing what to expect, and you could have fun with it. Just skip the first 45 minutes because you won't care about anyone on set, and once the thing gets going, it's good fun in the way that only bad films can be. I just wish it had picked a genre and maybe gone all in on its hints of super clever snakes that just want these humans off their damn lawn, which is a supervillain plan I can get behind. So I definitely think that you should skip it, but what do you guys think, and what is your favourite bad reptile film? Comment below, let me know. I'm Daniel, it's been a donkey. If you've enjoyed this video, please like, share and subscribe.